Dann hier weiter, gell? Ist schon on? Geht schon. Hello, my name is Michael, and I'm representing the Swarovski Crystal Worlds in Wattens. Can you hear me, all of you? Yeah, okay. Хорошо. Good. So, yes, as I said before, my name is Michael. I was born in Innsbruck in May 84. I grew up in Tyrol, in Innsbruck, in a village nearby. And yes, I have here two flags on the presentation because my mom is from Italy, so half of my family is Italian, the half is Austrian. It's a very interesting mix. I'm started at the Swarovski Crystal Worlds in 2014, so exactly today, 4 years ago. My first business trip was to Russia, to Moscow. And yes, I'm back here again and really like it. I'm representing also other countries, the Swarovski Crystal Worlds. I'm responsible as a market manager for, as I said, Russia, Central European Union, um, East Asia, Southeast Asia, and the Arabic countries, the GCC region. Yes, and my hobbies are meeting friends, food, of course, and traveling. And yeah, that's so far from my side. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I try to answer them as good as I can in time. So I'm going to explain you some things about the Swarovski Crystal Worlds. In 1995, Swarovski celebrated 100 years. And for this occasion, there was the idea of making something everlasting, something for a long time. So in 1995, for 100 years Swarovski, we created this Swarovski Crystal World as the only museum by Swarovski worldwide. And since then, since about 23 years, we had more than 14 million visitors coming to Wattens, to Swarovski from all over the world. So it got a huge success and it's one of the biggest tourist attractions in whole Austria. In 2015, 3 years ago, the company celebrated 120 years of history, and that's why we took this occasion again to renovate and extend the Swarovski Crystal Worlds. So now there are 7.5 hectares, which all include the world of crystals, and we have new chambers of wonder, a new restaurant, and new outdoor facilities with crystal installations outside in the nature, and facilities for children and families, such as the play tower and the outdoor playground. And later on, you will see an overview from the whole area. And as I said, 4 new chambers were installed last year in November, and new things will come up this year. So the direction, where are we located? I think you all are very good know the area of Austria. The capital is Vienna. Vienna is about 4 hours from Wattens, and Wattens is the headquarter from Swarovski, and there are the crystal worlds located. 1.5 hours away from Wattens, there is Salzburg, very touristic city of Austria also. Munich is 1.5 hours, and Innsbruck, the capital of Tyrol, and the nearest airport is 20 minutes away from Wattens. So as you can see on the map, let's see on the map here, this is Innsbruck. Here are the crystal worlds in Wattens, and just try to get the cursor this one. Okay, so this is Wattens. Here is Salzburg. Here are the Swarovski Crystal Worlds, Innsbruck, and you can see here Munich, Italy. It's like on a cross, very central located. So also many tourists from Russia come with their own car and do their winter or summer holidays there. This is the overview of the Swarovski Crystal Worlds. The entrance to the museum is here, the face. This is the arrival hall. The underground museum with the chambers of wonder is here. We have in total 16 chambers of wonder. That's the exhibition rooms. We call them chambers of wonder. Then, of course, the shop. This is the biggest Swarovski shop in the world, also located underground. And this is the outdoor facilities with the crystal cloud, play tower, the restaurant. And surrounding this area, there are the mountains. And in total, 10 football fields would fit in this whole area. So it's quite a huge place. Here's some pictures of the Chambers of Wonder. You can see here some exhibitions by international artists and designers. For example, this is a tree from Alexander McQueen, the fashion designer. It has 155,000 crystals. Here are one of the biggest crystals in the world with over 200 kilo. One room from an Indian designer, Manish Arora, which brings a lot of fun and joy into life. Very colorful. The crystal dome is very fascinating as well, and much more to see there. As I said before, the people come as this is the biggest, one of the biggest touristic places in Austria. They want to see the museum, but also they want to buy some souvenirs from the headquarters from Swarovski, from the heart of it. And you can imagine worldwide in the stores from Swarovski in over 175 countries. Also in Russia, we have a lot of shops. You find about 300-400 products in the shop. Here in Wattens, in the Swarovski Crystal Worlds, you find more than 4,500 products. So it's much bigger, the variety of products. We have all the watches, all the pens, all the home decor, because we have nowadays a lot of home decoration, vase, glasses, frames for pictures, everything you can imagine. A sunglass collection, and it's very paradise for the woman especially. And yeah, also a very nice design. We always try to get really cool designers to do our places, or to bring life to our places. So this is one highlight. The crystal cloud is one highlight from the 2015 renovation. So we asked K.O. Perrault, they are French Canadian um, designers and artists, to do us an installation outdoor. And they came up with the idea to do a crystal cloud with over 800,000 crystals floating above a black mirror pool. So this pool is black, so it reflects back the crystals. So you can walk under the cloud here, as you can see on this picture, and above there are the clouds, and also in the water they reflect. And on the next slide, we can see a movie that express much better how it works. Yeah, how the crystals reflect. So So you saw now a short clip of the crystal cloud, and you can see already all these different colors what what happens when the ray of the sun hits the crystal. Also at night, we illuminate the crystal cloud in very different colors. And yeah, it's one of the masterpieces what we have, and it's really fascinating for the guests when they come here. The whole garden is glittering and sparkling, and it's a very special experience. With the water and the mountain area surrounding it, you also can see in the black water the mountains in the reflections. So it's pure nature with crystal, and that's something we wanted to bring out to all our international guests coming from big cities where there is maybe a lot of traffic and smog and hectic, to cool down, to really enjoy the holidays and see the beauty of nature and also the beauty of crystals. Speaking about the crystal cloud, here on this picture on the right, you can see what we can do with colors and with the light to the crystal cloud. It transforms the area in a nearly science fiction place, because we have every winter, since 3 years, we do now the winter festival. It's called Festival of Light. And next year it will take place from the 18th of January till the 17th of February for 1 month every day. And the time is perfect because it's in the middle of the winter high season. We're open in this period till 9 o'clock. And the guests which go skiing every day, they normally their lifts are open till 4 o'clock. So that means afterwards at 5 o'clock, when we start with our light show, it's perfect for after ski experience. Some travel agencies already have this in their program, and they call it Swarovski by night. It's a very special experience. We have a multimedia show with unique light installations, and it transforms the whole place into a magical place. Um, yeah, here on the left side you see picture from this year from the Festival of Light, and in the back you see the play tower, and on the next movie you can see how it real feels to be at the Festival of Light when you see the effects what we deliver. On the picture it's always hard to bring it to you, but on the movie you can see it. Kann ich das abspielen? Can I?
Welcome to the magical world of the giant's dream.
That the dream is over, but next year we dream again because we have another version of the Festival of Light coming up, as I said, in January, February. And for the winter guests, it's really something special and perfect because they want to have an entertainment. They don't only want to go skiing and stay in the hotel. So this is perfect, and it's not far from the slopes. If guests stay in Meierhofen, it's only 20 minutes. If they are in Sölden or Ischgl, it's about 40 minutes or 50 minutes. But uh, for Russian guests, it's not really a problem to travel. They are used to do that in city of Moscow, for example, to go to work or so. We had very good reputations on that, and that's why we do it again next year and also in 2 years. So now we come to some useful information for you. Information and services. Of course, we have free parking at the Swarovski Crystal Worlds. We do also deliver our service in more than 20 different languages, also in Russian. I unfortunately don't speak Russian, but we have Russian speaking staff in our store, and they help the guests with tax-free or with the shopping. Also, we do introductions in Russian to groups. So when a group arrives, we welcome them in the first chamber of wonder. We give them a live introduction by our Russian-speaking staff, tell them about the history of the company, also what they're going to see there, and give them some useful information that they are prepared to go through the chambers and to do the experience by themselves. Sorry. We also have a business lounge for tour leaders in the area in the museum where they can have free internet, they can work there, they can do telephone calls. We have some benefits for the tour leaders, and also they get some drinks and snacks for free. Also for the coach drivers, also they can have while they are waiting for the guests, they can have a coffee for free in the restaurant. We try to do services to all of our guests coming to the Swarovski Crystal Worlds. And as I said before, here the guests can find the world's largest selection of Swarovski products. The opening hours, we are open daily from 8:30 till 7:30. In July and in August, we are open during the summer festival from 8:30 till 10 o'clock. So we also have a summer festival, which takes place 2 months, and the winter festival, and there we are open till 9 o'clock. Exactly. We are only closed 2 days per year for revision, and this is this year the 5th and 6th of November. We always choose a low season, of course, and mostly it's only two days per year, and you find the information on our website. The rates, very important question. The public rates you can see here on the left side. Normally, the entrance fee for an FIT is 19 euros. Private group of 10, minimum 10 people, 17 euros, and the child rates. For our business partners and tour operators, as you are, we offer a special business rate of 13 euros per person. So you always can calculate 13 euros. Either it's a group or it's an FIT. This is the best available group we can offer you, a price we can offer you. For children, till 6 years, there is a free admission, and then it's 6 euros. And on top of that, there is also a Swarovski shuttle, which departs from Innsbruck, from the main station or from the old town, and takes the guest in 20 minutes directly to the Crystal Worlds via the highway. And the cost for that, 7 euro round trip. Normally, the rec rate is 9.50. And also for school programs, we have special rates, 6 euros for 6 till 14-year-old pupils, and 7.50 for 15 till 9-year-old. And that works very well because in summertime, especially, we also have some school groups from Eastern Europe and from Russia when they do their summer holidays. So I told in the beginning that we had renovations in the past, and the idea and philosophy of the Crystal Worlds is that we always change them and keep them innovative. And that's why also this year we will have something new coming up. And I'm very proud to let you know that's already next month. And it is something which we did not have before, something very special called Chandelier of Grief by Yayoi Kusama. And Yayoi Kusama is one of the best known Japanese artists. You can see here on the picture this woman. She lives in Tokyo. It's a very interesting and also a kind of strange artist, but with very cool ideas. And she's so popular that thousands of guests visit galleries worldwide just for her exhibitions. That happened in London, for example, with their Infinity Room, and worldwide there are 3 Infinity Rooms, Infinity Mirror Rooms. One is in the US, one is in Tokyo, and actually at the moment in London. But we bought now this one, and so we are proud to say that we have the only Infinity Mirror Room in Europe. And you have to imagine you walk into a room, and then there is another room, and it's full of mirrors, and there is one big chandelier by Swarovski, of course. And with the special mirror effects, you have the feeling that you are in a room without limits and without infinity, and with hundreds of these chandeliers. And that's a very cool effect. And here is a short clip that you know what I'm talking about. This was filmed in London, but soon it's in Baden. Also wieder noch. Here you see the room is only 25 square meters, but it gives you the feeling it's without ending. That's the thing about this infinity room. Yeah, and we're very happy that we will open the room next month on the 24th of October, and I will share the new picture and video material with you, of course. And we are sure it's again another attraction which makes it worth to visit the Swarovski Crystal Worlds, and also for your guests to let them know that this is a place to come and place to be. Besides the Swarovski Crystal Worlds in Wattens, we also have two flagship stores, one in Vienna and one in Innsbruck. And those three locations, the Swarovski Crystal Worlds, the museum, the flagship store in Innsbruck, and the flagship store in Vienna, are the biggest Swarovski locations in the world. That's why we promote them also to our B2B partners. On the left side on the picture, you see the old town of Innsbruck with the golden roof and the store in a historical building. Outside, it's hundreds of years old, and we're not allowed to change it. But inside, it's very modern, very cool, with nice installations. And also in Vienna, directly in the main shopping street, you find the big flagship store of our company, also with art installations. So it's not only a shop; it's also something to experience for the customers. Also there, you find one of the world's largest Swarovski products. We also deliver service to our customers in more than 20 languages. Also there, we, of course, Russian, especially in Vienna, we have a lot of Russian tourists coming there. It's free admission. The guests get information also when they enter the shop. And if they buy something as a group, they get a nice souvenir, Swarovski souvenir, for free. For tax-free, we also help the guests. And also there in Wattens and in Innsbruck, we also have a business lounge like in Wattens. The opening hours you can see here. We open every day in Innsbruck, also on Sunday, also in Wattens. Unfortunately, in Vienna not, as there is a law that the shops has to be closed on Sunday. But who knows how long this law will last. So maybe soon the guests can also shop on Sunday. This is the store from outside. It's also in a very traditional historical building, and inside you can see here it's very cool and fancy. This is an installation by an Indian designer, Manish Arora, who did a lot for Lady Gaga and Katy Perry. So we always try to get really good names to do cooperations with us. In the store, the guests get the products, of course, what we offer, and also some information about the company, the history, how it all started. That Mr. Daniel Swarovski founded the company, and now it's in fifth generation, and we are still a family business, which we are very proud of. And this information is provided here and in Wattens and also in Innsbruck. Innsbruck, surrounded by the mountains, my city, which I love. It's a nice small city, but very cool and beautiful in summer and in winter. And here you see the store. We have nice new installations from Frederiksen Stallard, the British design duo, which delivers really cool installations. And there is also a bar inside. And yeah, so the guests can experience everywhere the crystal, the culture, and the nature. So that's what you can say, three things in one. Yeah, so somebody has any questions at the end, feel free to ask me. Um, I heard that the presentation will be sent to you also by email. It will be shared with you. That's fair. That's good. And please share this information also with your customers, with your clients. And we're happy when you send us your guests, and we will take care of them and deliver them a very good service and give them moments of wonder with our Swarovski Crystal Worlds. Thank you and spasiba. Bye.
Bin ich schon online? Okay. So, hello guys. So, бажали в Баден Бадвейнай. Съжаление, я говорю по-русски толкова плохо, и поэтому разрешите мне, пожалуйста, презентировать по-английски. Yes, a very warm welcome to Baden near Vienna. My name is Klaus Lorenz, head of the tourism board of Baden. Just a minute, just a second. I'm not sure everything is fine. Everything is fine. Can you hear me, guys? Everyone? Yeah. Okay. Hello. Hello. Yes. So please let me make my presentation in English language because my Russian language is not so well. I'm so sorry. Welcome to our town. Welcome to Baden near Vienna. Baden near Vienna is a very historical and very traditional town. Our hot spa springs are used for more than 2,000 years, means that even the Romans used 2,000 years ago our hot springs to cure the health problems. And of course, health tourism is even today one of our most important topics. And this long historical tradition also means that we have a very good tradition in culture. And of course, I have now talked a little bit about our tradition. At the same time, we are a very modern town with many very modern approaches to culture and to fine arts of living. I have parted my presentation with this. Everything is fine? Yeah, okay. So first part about our history. Here we are. Only works when Paulina do it. Okay, let's do it with mouse, yeah. Okay, just a second. Yeah. Yes, about our history, about our emperors. Oh, here we are. Yes. As I told you before, our hot springs used for more than 2,000 years, but much more important are the Austrian emperors who loved it to come to our town in the 17th, 18th, and 19th century, and especially Emperor Francis I was very important for us because he declared our town, Baden, near Vienna, as his official summer residence. Also, one of your emperors had been to our town, Tsar Peter the Great, visited Baden in 1698 in order to have a look at our spa procedures and health procedures, and to took the concept of a classical cohort to Russia. So he built the spa towns in Russia, two examples in Austria and Germany. Yes, Kaiser, Emperor Francis I, he did a lot of our town because he loved our town so much and have every summer to our town between 1804 and 1834, means 30 years. He stayed every summer in our town and enjoyed life here in our town. With him, a lot of famous nobles and also a lot of famous artists and composers came to our town. Very famous names like Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, Ludwig van Beethoven, Johann Strauss, Franz Kripal, and a lot of more of them had been to our town. And of course, they also working in our town and made their masterpieces. Beethoven, in that regarding that, is very special because Ludwig van Beethoven composed his Ninth Symphony in Baden. I think you know that special theme. This special theme, I will sing it now. That's a famous theme of the Ode to Joy, part of the Ninth Symphony, and composed in Baden near Vienna about 200 years ago. You see really a very, very great tradition in culture, in history, very important for our town up to now. You can see it also because we have very interesting museum in that area, the Beethoven House. First and foremost, of course, Beethoven House very newly reconstructed in 2014, and nowadays a modern presentation of the Beethoven topic in our town. small museum, but you can be there for hours for hearing the music he composed in our town, for learning a lot about his life, also learning a lot about of music. In the parts of classical culture, we are also having two theaters in our town, the Winter Theater and the Summer Arena. We are specialized in that area in operetta and musical, and we can hear it all the year round except May and September, because also our musicians and artists have to have a possibility to go on holidays. So in May and September, they are on holidays. Apart from that, yes, with this historical tradition we do have, it's we are also part of the UNESCO nomination, so nomination for UNESCO World Heritage. It's called the Great Spas of Europe. Means that 11 very famous spa towns from all over Europe are nominated together for the UNESCO World Heritage. Now I would like to show you some pictures with the mouse again. Yeah. Yes, our Emperor Francis I, who more than 30 years going every summer to our town. No? Now it works. Okay, the upper or the down? The down area. The down area. Okay. That's an advertisement from the 19th century, shows our cityscape in the middle and a lot of our old spa buildings. So the emperors, spa town for the emperors, of course. This is a picture of the actual cityscape, the main square, Glavna Ploča. On the left-hand side, in the middle with the column of the three holies, and the left-hand side, the city hall, and the right-hand side, the emperor's house. So you see very historic area. All the cityscape is historic. There's nearly nothing changed for more than 150 years, and we are taking a lot of care about our historical buildings in our town. This is the Winter Theater, where we are playing operetta, and the column of Erato in front of it. See, very nice place also for different events. One of our pictures of operetta, the Winter Theater. Very typical picture for our inner city center, one of our streets, so-called Fahrgasse, with the old buildings everywhere. And also the palm trees, of course, on the right-hand side. We have a very nice climate to have a very convenient living for ourselves and also for our guests, of course. And I hope every one of you can hear me well. If someone is not understanding, please do not hesitate to stop me and say maybe, please tell it again, please explain it again. Yes, our Dom Beethoven, that means the Beethoven house. You see, it's a very old house from the beginning of the 19th century, very simple house. That's where the Ninth Symphony was first composed, so very historical place. Yes, from inside, you see one almost of our presentation, a table with several things of it who were very important for Mr. Beethoven. The summer arena, when the summer arena is very special because if the weather is fine, it's a building from the beginning of the 20th century, and if the weather is fine, we are able to move the roof open. So if the weather is fine, you can hear the operator under starlight condition. I think it's a very unique thing, and all our guests love it definitely to have this special open air atmosphere. Yes, this is the old spa house. Today, the Congress Center and Casino area. We have the biggest casino all over Austria, and you see this very historic and very nice spa building provides a very special atmosphere, not only for gambling, but also for having a nice dinner in the evening, and also for several cultural events. And it's just beside the spa garden, and in the back you can see the Viennese forests. I will come later back to it and tell a little bit about it. Yes, the casino area from inside. We have a classic gaming here, like roulette, like blackjack, but also, of course, the slot machines, also poker, of course, and also some very new games inside the casino Baaden. Yes, very important also for our UNESCO nomination and very special to our town. We have a lot of different historic villa. Some of them were owned in the past by the emperor's family, like this one, Villa Eugen. Some by very rich people, like the next one, Villa Hahn. Very important for our history, and within this nomination, it's the specialty of our town to have this villa in the original fashion, in the original way they were built 150 years ago. We have more than 500 of this historical villa in our city. Yes, we have 4 different culture. I've mentioned a lot about our historical culture, our traditional culture, but on the other hand, we also do have modern culture, modern art. This is an old bathing building of as well. It's the old Frauenbad, so a bath for the women. And within this bath is a museum of modern art. Arnold Weiner, a well-known, international well-known artist, is in there. And the specialty is that the bath, the old bath, was originally reconstructed. So you can see in there how bathing and having this cure 115 years ago. And in this bathing infrastructure, the modern building, the pictures of modern art are presented. It's a very nice tension between the old one and the new one. Yes, one of our pictures inside. I can see on the left hand this historical columns, and in front the modern art on the wall. Yes, I have mentioned it before. We are in a UNESCO nomination, and you can see here this very important and very famous spa towns from all over Europe who are part in. They're coming from 7 countries, from Belgium, from Germany, from France, from Great Britain, of course, the United Kingdom, from Italy, from Austria, and from Czech Republic. And the names of the town, very well known to you, I'm sure, is Spa in Belgium, in Germany, Baden-Baden, Bad Ems and Bad Kissingen, in France, Vichy, in United Kingdom, Bath, in Italy, Montecatini Terme, Baden near Vienna, of course, and also in Czech Republic, Franzensbad, Karlsbad, and Marienbad, the 3 famous Czech Republic spa destinations. With this project, we are nearly at the end of the development of the project. So we will hand in our documents to UNESCO in the beginning of next year and wait for a decision for the mid of 2020 after the examination of UNESCO World Heritage Committee. Yes, for the next one is for next part of my presentation about health, wellness, and wellness treatments and our behavior and our treatments in bathing culture for more than 2,000 years. Even today, most of our guests, a lot of our guests coming for these procedures to our town. We have 14 of these hot sulfur springs to cure the health problems in town with more than 1.5 million liters of water a day. So you see, we have a lot of water and have nothing to worry about having not enough for our guests. We have, of course, beside the spa center and the Badener Hof, who are for pure health treatments. We have the Römertherme Baden and Modern Wellness Center, which has more than 900 square meters of pool area, 700 square meters of sauna and steam bath area, and in addition also fitness areas, massage, and also of course cosmetic areas and like that. Everything that is good for our guests, good for the ladies, and also of course also for the men nowadays. So you see a lot of things can be done in that wellness areas. Beside that, there's also a summer pool, also an historic one from the 1920s. Our Thermalstrandbad is a summer pool. And although we have also thermal water in some of the bassins, some of the pools in Thermalstrandbad, I have to say I would recommend it more for families, so for the parents with the children. It's a very, very big area with 25,000 square meters. And yes, there was a question. I will answer it right in a moment. Let's only finish with that sentence. So the Thermalstrandbad is more for the children. In summertime, from May to from May to September, it is open, and you can find there water cubes, jumping towers, large sand beaches. That's really a specialty, and everything's fine for the children. For the wellness center Römertherme Baden is, of course, it's also possible to go over there with children, but I would recommend it only for smaller children, so maybe up to 8 years old, because it's a more wellness center for having convenience stay, not for having fun like in other spa centers in Austria. So no water cubes, no jumping towers, more for relaxation and having a very convenient time. So for summertime, it's not a problem. Between May and September, you have a Thermalstrandbad for the children. In wintertime, the Römertherme is also possible for children, but maybe not for the young children between 8 years and 15 to 16 years. They would not have really fun over there. Yes, some pictures about this. This is our oldest spring, the Roman spring, used for more than 2,000 years constantly. This is the old building for giving it a cover. This is the outside of our Römertherme Baden Wellness Center. The inside of it, one of our specialties in this spa is also the big glass roof. You can see it here on this picture. It's a very, very big glass roof. You can see outside to the Vienna forests and to the outside pool area. Very nice atmosphere under daylight conditions within. In the night, you can see yourself in this glass roof, so it's mirroring you in the pool area. Yes, of course, we also have a very interesting fitness area over there, not only for having normal fitness, but we have very good specialists in helping you to do something for your health in advance. So before you have to do something for it with medics or with a classical cure. Yes, with some picture from our Thermalstrandbad. You can see on the very left-hand side with yellow areas with the sand beaches. It was built in the 1920s, and it was intended by the former mayor, Mr. Coleman, because 1920s were economic crisis worldwide, and the Baden citizens couldn't afford their holidays at the beaches of Adriatic Sea anymore, so they built a very similar above in summer pool in our town, and that's also why we do have this unique sand beaches. Some other pictures with the Art Deco architecture in the back. Large water areas, of course, and in the middle you see not very clear, but this round-shaped pool is the sulfur water pool. Yes, for my third part of presentation, it's about the green areas of a town. Baden is very, very well known for as a green town. We have a lot of parks and gardens inside, and that only 30 minutes away from Vienna city center, or 35 minutes away from Vienna city center, Vienna Opera. Yes, so in the town you have everywhere very large park areas and garden areas. They are also the reason for the very fresh and clean air we do have in our town. Outside the town, we have in the west parts of the town, the Vienna woods, Vienna forests, very large forest area, and around the west part of the town, vineyards, wine also very big topic to our town. I will tell you a little bit about later. With the Doppelhof Park is also worth to mention because in the Doppelhof Park is the biggest rose garden all over Austria with more than 30,000 rose bushes in more than 800 sorts. And you can imagine in June, a very unique atmosphere. You smell every roses, you're strolling around where you have a lot of colors around, a very romantic place, especially in June. The second rose blooming is from mid of August to mid of November. It's very nice also in that time because a lot of roses also blooming at that time for a second or third time. Yes, maybe a little bit about the distance to Vienna. We have very good public transport to Vienna with the train on one hand, buses on the other hand, and with the old tramway, so the old small train. It takes around 35 minutes with the bus and the train. With the tramway, it takes a little bit longer because you stop in every village, but it's very nice to see also the surroundings of Baden. Yes, some pictures about our parks and those areas. Doppelhof Park with a small pond inside there. The Rose Garden, see in black the historic orangery, and the rose plants in front of it. Spa Garden with a lot of old monuments. This is a monument of Lana and Strauss, a famous musician. It's the entrance of Valley St. Helena, a famous valley where also the nobles and the emperors of the past like it to hike a little bit. The ruined castle on the left hand and the right hand side of the valley. And you see also the big forest areas around it, the western entrance of our town. It's also very typical, the pine trees for our town. A lot of possibilities for hiking and for cycling, of course, and also for mountain biking a little bit, one of my favorite hobbies. Yes, also around the vineyards. Wine is a very important topic for our town also, and also for the region. We have more than 600 wine producers in the region. And it's also very popular to drink the wine at the buildings of the wine producers itself. It's called in Austria the so-called Heurigen, old wine taverns where you can taste the delicious wines of our area. Yes, for next part, and coming to an end nearly, is the different events we provide to our guests. We have a lot of cultural events and also events for enjoying life and for enjoying special foods and wine. We're starting with beginning of the year. We have, of course, a ball tradition of a typical Viennese ball. That is our biggest one, Bal Royal. Also on a very, very high standard, and it will take place on 20th January next year. And we are coming forth. And of course, I can also mention here the most biggest events. That's the Festival of Rose, the starting of the Days of Roses. on 1st of June. And some very amazing show in the beginning, and after that we do have a lot of different events for on one hand rose lovers and rose growers, on the other hand also for people who like culture and like to enjoy life in the park. So for instance, picnic or special tours for the park, for rose garden and like that. We have also, of course, a lot of younger events. This one is our beach volleyball world tour event, who are taking place in mid of June next year. World tour is the highest class of beach volleyball events all over the world. So you see the most famous beach volleyball players in the world are coming to Baden and making a competition. Baden Invite, a very special one, is a celebration in our city center with a lot of stages on the different places. And it's very special because all the people are white dressed. All the people are dressing in white and makes it with a very high quality and very special feeling in the inner city center, hearing the music and enjoying life. This is in September. Our mile of wine is very difficult to translate it to English. Maybe it's easier in the Russian language. It means that we have a track between in the Olwe region, between the city of Mödling in the north and the city of Bad Vöslau in the south. We are in the middle of it. In the first 2 weekends of September, we are hiking on a special track through a vineyard, and every I would say 100 to 200 meters is a wine stand, and we're tasting their delicious wines on one hand and also special culinarities. Very nice event. We had last year about 56,000 visitors on 2 weekends. You see not even the resident people, but also our daily tourists and also the overnight guests like it very much. Now, the last one of our biggest event and the biggest one is we held it for the very first time in this year. It's a photo festival, the biggest photo festival all over Europe, on a 4-kilometer track through the inner city center. We are presenting more than 2,000 pictures from the world's best photographers. This year, the topic was I Love Africa. The next year, it will be about the world and about we are tweeting our world. I think a very interesting topic and especially evident in our times. Yes, but I would like to show you some pictures about it to see what I mean. This is in the Rose Garden area, in front of the orangery. You see these pictures are presented everywhere. This is our swimming gallery on our pond in the Doppelhof Park. A gallery beneath one of our largest trees and oldest trees in town, more than 250 years old is this tree. But you see, it's a photo festival, art in the public areas, free for everyone, and the picture sizes are between 1 square meter and 280 square meters. So some of them are really, really huge. Yes, I'm not sure why I'm not knowing about Baden when it was last time in Vienna, but you are very well invited to come to our town the next time you visit Vienna, or maybe coming for Baden itself. Yes, coming nearly to an end, something about our hotels. Our hotels are, most of them are in the 4-star category. All of them are really specialized in different things. We have special offers for our Russian guests because what we've learned in the first years on the market is that not all of our Russian guests are speaking English so well. So we had a lot of information material in Russian language. So we have, of course, also Russian menus in some of our partner restaurants. We have also special Russian city tour in Russian language, of course. Every Sunday at 10 o'clock, coast free for our guests. And what I would also like to show you here is we have also a special sightseeing app. Just a moment. Everyone, every time the same. When you need the technique, it's not ready anymore. But yes, here can I say it? Yes, here it is. And you can see here this app, and maybe you can also hear it a little bit about our main square. So here it is. And what's very important for Russian guests is an offline app. That means you download it only once, maybe at our tourist office, and you do not need any internet connection at your tour. Very important because of the roaming costs who are very high, so there are no roaming costs involved for our Russian guests. Last but not least, every of our Russian guests get a present from us, a special book with a lot of pictures of our town to take it home. Yes, and coming to an end. Here. No, some pictures about hotel. That's our Hotel Baden, specialized in health treatments. Hotel at the park, just beside the spa garden. Hotel Herzoghof, a very interesting Jugendstil architecture hotel. Hotel Schloss Weikersdorf, very historic one, a castle from the 16th century. And Hotel Sacher, first place where the family Sacher started the business about 150 years ago. Yes, our sightseeing app, just mentioned. And now coming to the end. Of course, we like it so much to give you as much information as you need. If you need something, please contact me via email or via phone. We like to help you in any way, also to send you some brochures and information material if you need. If you have some special questions, of course, we like it to answer to you. And if you need, of course, we can also connect you with our hotels and also connect you with some kind of incoming agency if you need some of them. Yes, thank you for your attention. I would like to see you in Baden, of course, welcome you in Baden, and wish you a very nice day. Thank you.